Hello and welcome to another edition of After the Whistle, Wednesday, October 2nd. Yeah, we already in October. Time is flying. It's Halloween season pretty much. Sweater season, hoodie season, I should say, pretty much. It's starting to get cold out there when the sun goes down, you know. But we here. I'm here, Taz here.
Yep.
Yeah. Shoot, another legend passed away, John Amos. They all just going. That's wild. That's wild. And then they showed a video of him, Bernie Mac, in Players Club, and I was like, oh snap. They all going. And then James Earl Jones too. I'm like, god damn. All in the movie together, and now they all gone. It's crazy. But
I mean, they lived long lives. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was in what, his 80s?
70s.
Yeah. I was following him on the gram, just ran into him. It was funny, my mom told me about it. And she said his name like it was like a household name to me. And I'm like, I know the figure, but like, yeah, I caught a couple reruns from Good Times, but I was more what's happening about the other TV shows that was coming out, you know what I mean? Or that were reruns. I didn't really catch too much Good Times, Sanford and Son, you know what I mean? But condolences to everybody, man.
Yeah, I ain't watched no Good Times that much.
But it's crazy when you think they're older than they actually are.
Right.
Some of the people are actually old, and then some people, they just look the same age before we was even born.
Yeah, they just been around forever.
Yeah, they've been around forever. So man lived a long life. Didn't know he was only in the 70s though.
Right.
So he must have started acting early then. Like
early.
20s, but he didn't. Like, 20 years old back in the 70s looked like you were 35. 35, mid-40s. So like, we're in our late 30s. So you know, hopefully the next generation, when they're in their 50s, they're going to look in their 20s.
Yeah. I mean, well, the way they're going now.
Actually, you might be the best. The generation after Maddie and them.
Because the way some of these young dudes be looking.
Maddie's generation might be the one to help.
Let's hope.
I got that girl working out.
Let's hope.
Not too much people. I don't want nobody calling nobody all. We do simple stuff to help her understand how to work out. Then we got to hit the gym.
Yeah, because the way some of these young folks, I be like, yo, there's no reason I should be looking. You should be looking older than me. Right?
Yo, sarcasm is no longer a thing. It's almost extinct. That's why I'm so sarcastic to everybody. And talking trash needs to be a thing still. And it's not to make somebody feel insecure, and to motivate people to do something with themselves. There's no reason guys almost in their 40s looking better than people in high school. That is crazy.
We need to bring back shame.
Yeah, we do. We do. Like real shame, not shade. Shame. Like,
you know, people be so sensitive nowadays, but now we need to bring back shame. Like I saw this one thing on online. This dude's it'll have me dying. This dude said prostitutes are running out of things to wear because all you girls are just wearing what they wear out in the open, out in public on.
You remember the meme I sent you about the woman saying men don't appreciate lingerie anymore?
Yeah.
And somebody said, because you wear it to Top Golf. I'm big on leaving something for the imagination. If I run into a woman and she's showing all that, I'm already kind of uninterested just because it's like, I don't wonder anything about you. There's no real chase. The treasure is right there in front of me.
Right. And there's
at least leave me a map with an X so I can try to, figure out how to get to the treasure. That was just like, here you go.
Right. And also it's also a matter of like time and place. Like if you're going out to a restaurant, there's no reason for all that. Like you dress for certain types of events. Like if you're going out to a restaurant, there's no need for you to be showing all that. Like, I mean, you could say don't be looking. Like, I mean, it's kind of hard not to, you know.
I mean, a restaurant's a little different. Maybe going to church. Keep some of that in there.
I'm talking about like high-end restaurants. You know, some need to like enforce like certain dress codes. Like like some people just be going in there half naked and they just be like,
I mean,
you're right. I don't get it, but
yeah, I get that. I thought you meant like more family-friendly areas where you need to put some clothes.
Oh, even that too.
That I'm all for. But if you're going out to dinner, be as naked as you want, as long as you ain't my date. I'm gonna see you from across the room. Like, oh, you see her? She more like naked. Right.
Oh my gosh! But I say all that to say, we need to bring back shame. We need to bring back to start shaming people because some people they just be doing the most and they don't get away with it.
is the big difference between shaming / motivating somebody and shaming to bully somebody.
Yeah.
There's a big difference, and I come from a family where you walk in, you gotta have like 10 jokes and your clip ready for them, because soon you come in that house, they're gonna clown you. Like that's just what, growing up, just how it was, and I always had something for you.
And I came around and I hung around with people that did both, shaming for motivation and shaming for bully. So
I mean, we come
for
from
bullying. So you know,
we come from the generation where like that's why kids were signing no bully banners for years, beginning of the year. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's why the people after us, they're kind of softer, because, bro, we were raised to deal with a tougher world, and the world got softer.
Yeah.
So just imagine if the kids after us were raised to be even tougher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they be out of control.
Right.
Full-blown criminals.
I mean, shoot. People be trying to call parents. I mean, call the police on people's parents for disciplining their kids. That's how. It's like.
Because people can't understand the line between discipline and abuse.
Right.
Some people just don't understand how to pull back one.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, things is getting worse for the Pats. Talk about discipline and pulling back, man.
They put belt to ass.
Oh my Lord, man! And you know, it's just the same thing. It's just the offense isn't doing much to help the defense. That's the biggest thing with the Pats, is like the offense isn't doing much to help the defense. Their lineman, David Andrews, just went down. One of their linemen, he's gonna be done for the season with the shoulder injury. So that just hurts their offensive line that was already having issues. So. Man, oh man. And people keep trying to say put Drake May in. Yeah, we want this dude to be healthy.
Whoa.
Yeah, we want him to be healthy.
You got to understand, Brissett, he's conditioned to take these hits.
He's a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, granted, we don't want him going through this, but yeah, because think about it. You throw the ball 32 times, you can't really get much going. Only one touchdown. You try to run the ball 24 times, you really can't get much going. Only 3 yards to carry. So
and the fumbling.
Huh?
You didn't even bring up the fumbling too.
I mean, I don't want to get into that, because that's just, you know, it's just they're not even giving their offense enough. Like they don't. You got to figure out better play calls, better something, and like protect the quarterback. Like Mook said, there's no reason why you should be getting sacked 6 times, bro. Like, come on. Then we got to get to the red zone. But once again, when you can't continue drives consistently, there's no getting to the red zone. Yeah. When you're only getting 5.3 yards a pass and 3.0 yards a run, 2 of them plays can't get your first down.
No, they can't really. Yeah, they can't really. They just can't establish anything continuously right now. They can't play well.
To 49ers credit, you got Purdy throwing, you know what I mean, 10 yards a pass, bro. Like every pass he thrown in this game was a first down.
Well, with Purdy. The guys that make him look good were there.
Yep.
I mean, Mason had a good game. Debo had a good game. Kittle had his weapons were there, minus Christian McCaffrey, but his main weapons targets were there, and you know they made the plays. The Pats, I mean, they cut it down to a 10-point game at one point, but it was just they couldn't sustain. Like you said, they couldn't sustain the drives. The offense wasn't really, continuously moving the ball, and they had opportunities to make it an even closer game when it got down to 20-10. But yeah, as you said, it was like they couldn't protect the quarterback, and the offense couldn't sustain the drives.
I feel like this season we're gonna just talk about a lot of things the Pats could do to win games, but we all know this year is just a wash.
Yeah, and I mean, I just hope Brissett. I hope you got like a good masseuse or something, or because man, more hits are gonna be coming your way. Because man, the way that man be going to getting hits, I felt like he was like in a wrestling match or something. Because he just. Man, every time he dropped back, it was something in his face.
And if you don't have masseuse, make sure you contact the right guys to refer you to the right ones.
Don't contact Deshaun Watson, though.
I do that.
I think they were former teammates at one point somewhere, but
I was avoiding that.
As we move on, the Baltimore Ravens, man. They ran him down, beat him down. They did all that. It was
yeah. The Ravens organization was sick of us calling them stupid.
Yeah, they had that. They had the Hulk running Juggernaut, I should say, running full force on him. I think he went over 200 yards or close to it. And Lamar didn't throw that. Balance.
One off.
Balance. They were balanced. They ain't throw the ball crazy.
I'll be honest. They wasn't. They was run heavy.
Yeah.
18 passes, 34 rushes.
Yeah.
No, that's how it has to be. Lamar don't want to win another MVP. That's gonna make his case even worse if he don't win no chips.
Yeah.
So, have that man pass 15, 20 passes a game. Give it to Bane, cause it pain when you run it in the rain.
But honestly, the Bills, since Josh Allen has gotten to them, they could never have stopped the run. Which is why I never understand why when teams play them, they try to go pass heavy against them. Like they've shown throughout these last 6 years, stopping the run has always been an issue with them.
Yeah, but this game was over at halftime. Also,
it was over after that 87-yard touchdown run.
I feel like we've seen like this season, like the best Bills team they have to offer, and the worst Bills team you have to offer within a 2-week span.
Yeah.
This is the worst Bills team you could offer. So like this is their floor. Last week was their ceiling.
Yeah.
They got to figure it out. They got to figure out how to be balanced, though, because your leading rusher, Cook, only 9 carries for 39 yards. At least try to get him in 15.
The thing with them is, once they got down big, you get into that habit of just trying to throw yourself back into the game. But like the way the Ravens want to play it is like, once they get like a double-digit lead, you're gonna have to try to stop that run game. And so far, that's 2 weeks in a row. They've gotten big leads and they've just, wore teams out. And that's the recipe if you want to beat the Bills. They can't stop the run. They could never stop the run until they prove it.
I don't think anybody's really worried about the Bills, to be honest.
Yeah, they just had a good start.
They had a great game. But once Diggs left, you got to show us you nice. Because think about it, towards the back end of the season, they relied so much on each other that you forgot they had other receivers. Yeah. So now it's like, all right, show us what your actual weapons can produce.
Yeah, and then also towards the end of the season, what they did, they kind of cut down on all the passing that they were doing early. They became more balanced later in that season because they just figured that when he throws a certain amount of passes, he's gonna turn the ball over a certain amount of times. So they learned that last year. He ain't turned the ball over this year. He didn't have a good game, but they didn't have no chance in this game. And the Ravens came out with those black uniforms. I feel like sometimes those uniforms like that could be intimidating to the opponent.
I feel like they're always playing the black uniforms, though.
Those ones. Whew, them jerseys are tough.
I don't know. Maybe I got to pay more attention. I feel like they're always playing black.
On prime time. They always do it on prime time. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, wear more often. Monday night, which I didn't know this game was going on, but I'm glad I watched the later part of it because it was quite the game between the Lions and the Seahawks. Jared Goff, 18 for 18. I think he's the first quarterback in Lions history to do that.
You know what I'm going to say to you, 18 for 18. You're welcome. Because you told me you wasn't watching that dumpster fire of a game. And when I got home, I was like, hold up. Seen the game, called you. Said, you know, game on? I'm glad I called you, man, because that was a good game. I mean, it was an entertaining game. We knew the Lions were going to come out because you just couldn't stop Goff. And Gibbs was, who's the other running back?
Montgomery.
Yeah, that man was running all over the place. I liked him.
They got a nice 1-2 punch
Montgomery was balling, well-balanced, high-powered offense was going to work. Perfect in once again, I would say the best Lions team you're going to see this year. Because Goff can't, all he can do is throw more passes. 100%. 5 of 5 in the red zone. Yeah. 3 for 6 third downs. 50% ain't bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this was a really, really well-played game by the Lions.
Also, 16.2 yards a throw. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, them receivers was getting separation, and somebody bet $100 that Jared Goff will catch a touchdown pass on FanDuel, and they won like $8,000 out of it.
That's it?
Off a $100 wager.
Hold up, that's it? I should have bet he gonna go 100%. I should put 100 on that.
Right.
Jesus, T.
Yeah.
We might never see that again.
No, I don't think we'll ever see that again.
I wish it was 20 passes at least. Because I feel like ain't nobody gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen again because the likelihood of that happening. But yeah, it was very, very, very good game. Seahawks, they fought, but they just couldn't stop them. They just couldn't stop them when they needed to. That's literally it. They couldn't stop them, and they had Geno back there slinging the ball a whole lot. But it was one of those games.
But then he would go run and slide right after. Like, bruh.
Geno be forgetting he has some type of athleticism.
Like, you ran 2 yards to slide. What was the point?
Yeah, I feel like Geno forgot that he got some type of athleticism because at West Virginia he used to move, not fast, but he used to move and get you like five yards.
But if you're gonna run like that, dive. At least get some extra yardage. You sliding for 2 yards, like he damn near slid at the line of scrimmage one play.
Another player did that in high school. We'll talk about that.
Jesus Christ. What are we doing here?
Good win for the Lions. I think they moved to 3-1 on this season. As we continue, the undefeated Minnesota Vikings went to Lambeau Field. Sam Darnold, the Reclamation Project. Sam Darnold, the guy who I used to think is not good at all. He looks like a very competent football player right now. These first 4 games, and it helps when you got Weapon X out there and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sold on the Packers. The Packers started off kind of rough last year too. I love throwing 3 intos. You're not helping your case out whatsoever. But it's crazy because you threw three intos, and Minnesota really couldn't capitalize on that because they should have smacked them.
Yeah,
you only won by 3.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
They were up 28-0 too.
You know what I mean?
At some point in this game, yeah.
I mean, also, I don't think they took the game seriously because it was over at halftime as well. They was up 28-7 at halftime, so it's tough to go out there and really like focus for another 2 quarters.
Yeah.
So I can see them giving up that lead.
Yeah, but Minnesota, they offensively, defensively, these first 4 games, they've definitely been playing well. They were like the team of the month. I wouldn't be surprised if their coach got coach of the month for how well those guys have been playing, and their defense too. They're especially slowing down the Packers for that time in that first half that they did. I think Brian Flores is their defensive coordinator.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, yeah. So they're doing a really good job with those guys. But yeah, 4-0 Minnesota Vikings. I believe they're the only undefeated team left in the league right now through these first 4 games. The other undefeated team was the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got their first loss to Joe Flacco and the Indy Colts because Richardson got hurt. He got a hip injury in this game on a scramble. Then Flacco came in, wily veteran style, moved the ball down the field, and Pittsburgh turnovers too. Turnovers and couldn't capitalize on certain stuff. But yeah, turnovers was the key thing for the Steelers.
I mean, they had a good first few weeks. They're going to have some mishaps. I didn't pay too much attention to this game. It's sad that Richardson's getting hurt again.
Yeah, for a big dude like that, he's very fragile.
Yeah, just certain parts of your body. I think everybody's fragile at. You said his hip?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah. And it was like when he was sliding too. Sliding.
There's not really ways to really develop hip muscle. You only just fit. You know what I mean? Like your hips is just your hips. Like so. I don't really have too much to say on this game, just because we're still trying to see if the Steelers are gonna stay with what they have, or they're gonna deal with the pressure from the higher ups, because somebody might be getting paid more than the other quarterback.
Well, they got a primetime game against the Cowboys coming up this weekend. So if Fields continues to play, Fields is playing really well right now. But if they put on a good performance, I don't think there's a question.
I'm a strong believer. If it ain't broke,
don't fix it. Don't fix it.
Man got injured, next man up. He's producing. He's playing well at a high level. You can't just sit him down. This ain't college. And I'll be honest, Texas, y'all need to think fast too. Do you think fast too?
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Hey man.
I'm just saying, you know,
Hey,
the man is man.
He a Manning with swag too.
Yeah.
Just a couple more games. Nah, he a different man. He a different type of man. You can just tell he different. He different.
Bro.
He is different.
He grew up on Julie.
Yeah. The Falcons and Saints. This was an exciting game. This is the issue I had with this game. So the Saints, they were down 17. They was down 17-20 or 17-24 at one point. Right? So they drove down. They got all the way to the goal line. Plenty of time left in the game. They should have just kicked the field goal, but they went for it on fourth and goal and didn't get it because they had enough time left. You know, because they were going to get a defense stop in timeouts. So they ended up doing that, and then they went down. They got a touchdown, but. Which goes back to if that previous possession when you went for it on fourth and goal, if you had just kicked the field goal, then you would have forced Atlanta to drive late to try to get a touchdown instead of trying to get a field goal to win the game. And, you know, indoor field goals, that's almost like automatic, especially for that type of kicker. So it was a weird strategy by the Saints, especially when there was so much time left. Like they had enough time and timeouts left. So it was kind of like the thinking was weird.
Overthinking.
Yeah.
That's what it was. They overthought themselves out of a win. Mm-hmm. And you just, I don't have much to say on that because you legit gave the whole synopsis. So, yeah, I agree with you, brother. You gave a play-by-play.
Yeah. Young Way with the game winner.
Hold up, that's his last name?
Young Way is his first name.
Young Way, Young Ho? That's his name?
Yeah, it's pronounced Way, but that's how it's spelled. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I don't know. Oh.
You how many ways do you spell the word way?
There's only one way. And that ain't.
There's not one letter in that last name that's even associated with the word way. There's no W-A-O-Y.
I don't know what part of Asia he's from.
On the back end.
Yeah, I don't know what part of Asia he's from that they made. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. My old ones, but my new ones.
Yeah. You gotta start calling them ways now. If y'all can't catch it, it ain't for you.
Lastly, the Washington Commanders and Jaden Daniels, front runner for Rookie of the Year the first month of the season with his exemplary. Have you seen his mama?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't see the front of it. I seen a meme with the back, and somebody said some ignorant stuff about how she was standing. Yeah, man, it's social media world. Have some respect, man. Like, come on.
But his mama is fine, though.
I haven't seen her.
Oh, I see her. She fine. She fine.
I'm sure.
Speaking of that, I catch myself saying, "Who fine mama is that?" At every football game I go to. Like,
oh yeah,
who fine?
Yeah, that's
yeah. It's like who? That's what I told them kids. I be like, yeah, kids, you kids with the fine mamas, especially you ones that play sports. I be feeling bad for y'all, because people trying to.
But also too, I feel like the locker room has way more respect than we were younger.
Oh, I ain't even talking about the locker room. I'm talking about other folks. You know, some coaches trying to,
Bro, you know what?
Other adults, like,
Once you become an adult, you get thrown into the ocean of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The ocean is?
Yeah.
The ocean of life, bro.
So, yeah, that's why I be like, man, I'm feeling bad for y'all.
So, high school kids appreciate being in this pond. The pond of school. Once you get thrown into the ocean of life, you don't know what you might come across. Great white, killer whale, blue whale, you know what I mean? Dolphins, you know what you might come across. Octopus.
And appreciate you got a fine mama.
Yeah, definitely.
Appreciate that.
Nah.
Because it's going to help you in the long run. Because, some people might do you a favor just because your mama fine. Anyways, back to this game. I got off sidetrack. Jaden Daniels, Washington. They haven't been a serious football team in a while, in some years. And they look like a serious football team the first month of the season. And they look like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're protecting their young quarterback. Granted, he's throwing the ball 30 times, but they're also running the ball more than he's throwing it. So you can't ask for much if you run the ball more than he's throwing it.
0 sacks.
Yeah, protecting that man.
0 sacks too.
And defense holding the Cardinals scoreless for 3 quarters. Murray, I mean,
I have no idea what the Cardinals do.
I'm shocked that Murray got sacked 3 times. I don't know how they even got a hand on him. That man's like
Mighty
Jerry.
Mouse.
Man's like Jerry, man. Just fast. Yep, just fast.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not playing so well right though. I have no idea why they're not playing well because they got everything that they need. They got the quarterback, they got the receivers. It's just not coming together right now.
And they can't make it down the field.
That too.
You can't continue drives. You only can convert it 4 third downs the whole game. That's 1 third down per quarter. That's ridiculous. We basically watched Washington play the whole game.
Yeah. Get it together, Washington, not Washington, Arizona, or they might be like looking for a new quarterback as well. Because when things like this happen, and you're not scoring enough points, first it's the coach, then it's the quarterback. That's usually the nature of the NFL. We got +1. My man Joey B from the Item. We chatted it up about last week's slate of high school football games. It was a good time. And so check this out. And then we're going to come back. Hello and welcome to another +1 high school sports recap with Joey from the Item. We didn't do one last week. I don't even know why, but we're here this week. What's going on, man?
Hey, how we doing?
It's first of the month. October is here, and we're like midway point of the season already.
Crazy. It's been a fun one, but ready for more.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we had a couple games at Manning, so we're gonna start off. Well, let's start off with Thursday night because me and Mark we went to Saugus for the Tech Saugus High game, and that turned out to be an old school football game. If you like old school style football, that was definitely an old school game. The elements took control at some point in the game, and in a game where Tech did not pass the ball at all. And were able to win 3-0 thanks to their defense, which forced 6 turnovers.
It wasn't the most flawless, perfect win, but a win's a win nonetheless. They won it late off a field goal from the freshman, and a lot of turnovers. The weather, you're right, it just had the makings of that old school feel. A great venue in Saugus. I like covering games there a lot.
Yeah.
Coach Renner, he said after the game some local papers picked against him. I wonder which one he was talking about.
He had a lot to say after the game.
And he called it maybe his best win of his career, actually. So Tech, when they played Saugus last year, they lost by multiple scores. So, the fact that they went into a different territory and won this time around was impressive.
We gotta give that freshman a lot of credit. That's back-to-back weeks. He's kicked in some important field goals. The week before against Monty Tech, the critical extra point to give him the 1-point win. And then this week, it's raining. When it was time for him to kick, the rain was coming down too. So that is not easy for him. And I believe freshman made the other turnover that sealed the game, that picked off the Saugus quarterback at late in the fourth quarter when Saugus was marching too. They were in Tech territory, and I believe it was a freshman who picked off the quarterback, E.J. Morels. I'm not sure. I think he's a freshman, but he picked that off to pretty much seal the game for Tech. So it was a lot of freshmen. The freshmen for Lynn Tech were really stepped up in that game.
I tell you what, freshmen might have stolen the show, but Coach Runner made sure to really give a shout out to Eddie Lewis for stepping in. At the quarterback spot, managing the game.
Yeah.
I know they didn't throw, really, at all.
No.
Not once.
No, I think they have 42 rushing attempts.
Exactly. But leadership, controlling the game, controlling the offense, the pace and everything.
Yeah.
He said he stepped right in and just was able to execute the running game at the quarterback spot, which is still important.
Yeah, and what the Tigers defense did, they didn't let the running back, Saugus's running back, break break off a big long touchdown run. He broke off like 2 long runs, but they didn't let him break off the big ones because the way Saugus plays and the way they use their running back, it's just inevitable that he might break one, and if you miss a couple tackles, he's going to the end zone. And what they did, he got the yards, but they didn't let him make that big play that really can get a team going. So there was a lot of discipline on their defense.
Exactly. I mean, they prevented the big play, something we didn't see with the Patriots on Sunday. That's a different conversation. But I was talking about the big play and how the Patriots were struggling, but Tech's not, and I think it's a good win. 3-0, you got to respect that.
Very, very, very good win. And this is a team, they could easily be 3-0, but as Coach Renner said, they definitely let one get away from them in week 1 in Malden, but he said he likes the bounce back of how they've recovered the last 2 games. And each of the 3 games they've played, it's literally come down to 1 score. It's come down to 1 score. That's how you it builds character and helps you in the long run, because the rankings are going to start coming out soon. So they've got some good non-conference. Even losing to that game in Malden, it'll still help them with the points and all that.
Oh yeah, and I remember seeing your player of the game was pretty much Tech's defense, right?
Yeah.
Saugus knows how to score. They've got Rodriguez at the quarterback spot. They've got Cody Munafo at running back, who we were talking about. Saugus knows how to score.
Yeah.
So the fact that Tech shut him out on the road, very impressive.
Very, very, very impressive. We're gonna let Classical tough going these first couple games, man. It looked like we was gonna have a very interesting game on Friday with. Tech starts off second play of the game. We have a 92-yard touchdown from Booth to Pierre, and then a couple of series later, they get a turnover. They force a turnover on Peabody's first possession, and then a couple series later, we got a 79 or 80-yard touchdown pass from Booth to Washington. So we're like, okay, and then Peabody settled down, and then things momentum just swung.
Peabody came out a little tense, I thought, and Coach Mark Betancourt was telling me there isn't a worse way you can start a football game. Allow a big touchdown, turnover, allow another big touchdown. So Classical, and I tell you what, that was the same exact play they ran to end the game against Medford the week before.
Oh, yeah.
Booth to Pierre. So the fact that they're really connecting down the left sideline, unfortunately Booth went down later in the game, had to leave, but it looked like it would be an interesting one, and then Peabody just found its rhythm. They're hard-nosed. They know how to run the ball. Luke Maglione played fantastic at quarterback, 4 total touchdowns. So.
Yeah, him and Kyle Santos, they played really well. Santos went over 100 yards rushing, I believe. But even when Peabody got the momentum back, Classical had opportunities. I think there was one particular play that really ticked off Coach Vaughn, and then it was basically the same play they used on the scoring drive with the stop and go. But Coach Vaughn was really upset at the missed holding call, which, if you look at the replay, it was a holding call right there that they didn't make, because that would have been another big play because he had the defender beat. So he was really upset about that. And then, Classical had some moments when it was just 15-14 or 22-14 to get some scores. They just they drove, but then the drive stalled. And this is just the growing pains of a young team with a lot of guys getting, big time varsity playing time for the first time. So for a lot of those guys on the offensive and defensive side of the game. So this is just some learning curves, some growing pains for that team.
And I'm not making excuses for Classical, but I do agree to a certain point that when Booth went down, Coach Vaughn did say the playbook got cut in half. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I thought Peabody played the cleaner game despite the sluggish start, and it was a hard one for Classical to get back into, and they were in it.
Yeah.
A second half touchdown would have really made things interesting.
Yeah.
But Peabody is they've been there before.
Yeah, Peabody, you just at some point you gotta match them score for score, especially when they get going, because the Rams did have some good defensive series where they got them off the field, but then I think fatigue started kicking in, because they got a lot of guys playing both sides of the ball, so the fatigue started kicking in, and you kind of saw it with the touchdown run from Maglione. That pretty much sealed the game. That was it. So Classical, they got to try to bounce back. A couple guys went hurt. A couple guys went down in that game. Not sure the injury update yet, but I'm sure Coach Vaughn will give the update at some point before their game Thursday against Malden. But yeah, there's another opportunity for them. They're on the road for the first time this season. They're going against Malden. Malden has dropped their last 2 games, I believe. So it's 2 teams searching for wins, and and they need them.
A very winnable game. I'm not sure which of those players who unfortunately went down will be back in action by Thursday. That's a short turnaround.
Yeah.
But a very winnable game. I expect the usual suspects to play their roles. I expect Pierre to complete those short passes. He loves those little button hooks and those out routes short. And Tyron Hound always runs the ball hard. So I think it'll be a competitive game. I'd like to say I like Classical.
All right, and we are back. Okay, so we started off the show talking about the passing of John Amos. Basketball world took a hit. Dikembe Mutombo passed away from brain cancer at the age of 58 on Monday. Pete Rose also passed away the same day. Well, sad, which is someone's. Isn't it funny? But someone said since Pete Rose is lifetime being in baseball is lifetime.
Now it's time to put him in there. Yeah, it is. I've been fighting for Pete Rose, man, getting the Hall of Fame, man. It's about time. It's about time.
They're not gonna put him in.
It's about time.
Yeah,
my thing is like personal failings. They shouldn't get in front of what you are as an athlete in that sport. Regardless of what you did, you dead, man. So your accolades still should be supported, respected.
Yeah, but baseball is just weird.
I mean, I don't play baseball, so like how much I respect the sports I don't play.
Yeah.
I base that how they treat their players, how they treat their alumni or the retirees, what you want to call them people, the ex-players and the current players. So
yeah, baseball Hall of Fame voters' influence is weird. They are very, very, very weird. So, and you would think they'd put them in, but I don't think they're gonna do it.
Well, my thing is when it's the sports Hall of Fame is what you did in that sport. You know what I mean? So it's black and white with me with that one.
Yeah. From talking to one guy who's a voter, who knows all them voters, he's like, they ain't gonna do it. And then Mutombo, him and Olajuwon were the first to kind of, they were pretty much the first. Olajuwon being the first, and Mutombo followed, like, getting African players in the first 2 African players in the league, and kind of like bringing the game to the continent. And he did a lot of stuff. He built a hospital back home. A lot of humanitarian work. Brought in a kid from Congo who had a tumor. He brought him into America to get surgery to get the tumor removed. Like there was a lot of stuff he was doing, and then he was like a big. He was an ambassador for NBA Africa. And he will be only 58 too. Only 58. So.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nah, that was a sad day when I heard Manu pass, man. He's just a cool guy. So many jokes said about him in his voice. Yeah. Man had like eight names. Man, Mutombo was the man. Yeah. I said Manu, my bad. I meant Dikembe, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man, when you think about it. Like, I can't even do the imitate. I can't try to imitate his voice right now. It's one thing we remember though. That finger wave.
So finger wave. He can't trademark the finger wave, but
he couldn't trademark it.
I don't think he could trademark finger wave.
Trademark everything.
But I think everybody knows that was associated. That was pretty much his.
The best one was his commercial though.
Oh, when he was in the grocery store, when he was just blocking everything?
Yeah, that had me dying, though. That was a good one. That was a good way to go out.
Yeah. He even suited up a few years ago. He got on the court a little bit during the NBA, when the NBA first did the NBA Africa thing. Like, they did the inaugural thing over there. I think he suited up for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, got in there for a little bit. So, oh, man. NBA. The Knicks and the T-Wolves made a trade. Karl Anthony Towns will be going to the Knicks. DiVincenzo will be going to the T-Wolves. And I guess it was a move that needed to be done. I don't know, but somebody said that the Knicks right now look like 8 different shades of Dominican guys. Like, between Cat, Brunson, Mikal Bridges, and OG. I was like, yo, man, y'all don't take nothing serious.
But that trade makes more sense than when he went to the Timberwolves. To me, I didn't like him and Rudy being together on the same team. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting him playing for the Knicks.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Because
close to home though. Well,
like,
he was right there.
He's like a skill number one, but is he gonna be the one or the two? You know what I mean? Like he could be your best player in your franchise, but will he be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
And
his skill set is ridiculous.
Yeah, he has all this. Yeah, nobody questions his skill set. It's always just like his mindset.
All that extra stuff.
Yeah.
But they say the game is 90% mental.
Yeah.
So he need to get his mind right.
Yeah.
I think he will. I think he definitely will. Being in New York too, knowing that like if you do something wrong, people gonna be on your case.
Yeah,
and he's from where's he from?
Jersey.
Jersey, so close to home.
Yeah.
Dominican Republic will be at the Knicks Arena.
Yeah, right. All in Washington Heights folks right
They
there.
will be out there.
If he's balling out, yeah, he's gonna.
I kind of want to.
They might start bringing hookah to Madison Square Garden.
Even though I don't ever care about going to Madison Square Garden, I would want to see the fanfare for him.
Oh, for him.
And be like Felipe Lopez 2.0.
I went there for a game once.
You know what I mean?
I went there for a Celtics game. Them folks was mad at me. Because where I was sitting, there was Celtics fans there, but where I was sitting, the person I was with was a Knicks fan, and I was just surrounded by Knicks fans, and they was getting belt to ass that game, and I was being obnoxious.
All right.
I was being obnoxious.
Wish I could have saw that.
It was hilarious. They were so mad. They were so mad. But now it is like Madison Square Garden. I'll give it to that. Like going there for a game, it is like it's quite the experience because them fans, New Yorkers are just interesting people in general. WNBA playoffs last night. I caught a bit of it. The Liberty took a 2-0 lead against the Aces. Aces defending champs, looking to go 3-0. Sabrina had herself quite the fourth quarter. I think she poured in 11 points in that fourth quarter.
She was balling.
Yeah, she was hooping. The game was never out of reach. I felt like New York just had the home court advantage. That's why they won.
We're gonna see game 3.
Yeah, because I really think we'll see game 3 because I think A'ja Wilson is the best player. Is the best player on the floor now. They're not getting swept. That's one. I think they might. The series will go 5 games. I think the Aces are just a better team, and they're gonna get it. Then there was the other game, Connecticut and Minnesota. I watched a little bit of this before I fell asleep.
Yeah, Minnesota took it.
Yeah, Minnesota took it 77-70. Yeah, them girls. Is there a girl on Minnesota that's dating a girl on Connecticut?
I had my music on when I was watching the game, so I couldn't even tell.
Oh yeah, man, because there's like some testy stuff going on in that game. Like them girls.
Somebody be dating somebody on the team, bro. There's always some drama.
But yeah, because they be doing some extra stuff after, like a little extra. After the play or after they score, I'm like, well, damn. I won't be surprised if a fight breaks out with these girls.
I mean, I love the intensity that they're bringing to it. I love the intensity. And it's playoff basketball.
Yeah. So that series is tied 1-1. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Connecticut's right there. We ain't never gone to a game yet. I got to check.
Me either, bro. Yeah. I've been watching the league since it started.
I missed when they came here to host the Sparks. That one sold out. I should have went, but it's all good.
How much are the playoff tickets?
Honestly, I have no idea. Derrick Rose announced his retirement last week after 15, 16 years in the NBA. Shout out to D Rose, man, because there was a point where his career might have been over, but he stuck with it, and he's a legend. He's a Chicago legend.
I mean, when you win MVP in the NBA early in your career,
in your own city,
and you were highly heralded coming in to the NBA, so he's one of those what could have been.
Yeah.
But he's like a household favorite.
Yeah.
Everybody love D Rose.
This is facts. So congratulations to him on his new career. Did you see the I don't know if you've been seeing it, like the 30th anniversary of Hoop Dreams?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, them dudes, they've been
Out there, AG.
Yeah, they got a podcast out together talking about it and
Oh,
stuff
that's
like
dope.
that. Yeah. They just recently had like they had a court named in their honor. Like they built a court,
Okay.
outside court in Chicago.
Yeah, I don't
in their
watch.
honor.
I don't watch Hoop Dreams a couple times.
Yeah.
Quality
Yeah.
movie right there.
Definitely one of probably the best sports documentary ever created. Quickly, we got Major League Baseball going on. Tigers, Astros, Royals, Orioles. The Yankees got to bye. They're the 1 seed. Dodgers, they're the other 1 seed on the other side. Mets, Brewers, Braves, Padres. Padres lead that series 1-0. So your baseball, this is the only baseball update you get from us because Red Sox, clearly they ain't make it, so.
Yeah, we ain't feeling that.
Yeah, they need to get together and figure out their pitching and all that other stuff. And then, Alabama, Georgia gave us a classic. This game was wild. So Alabama jumped on them dudes 28-0, and then Georgia made the comeback. And then, it was. And I don't know. The quarterback. First of all, you gotta come out ready to play. They ain't come out ready to play the first 2 quarters of the game, falling behind that way. And you can't turn the ball over on the road. He had a pick 6, a safety, and then a game-clinching interception.
Safety in college is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Safety in college is kind of nuts. When you think about it. But also, nobody thought Milroe, right?
Yeah.
He was gonna play this well, based on his performance last season. Like I think we talked about it. We knew he would improve, but nobody thought he was gonna be doing this.
Right. It's
He
that.
put up Heisman numbers.
Right. It's that offense.
Yeah, but he's also a physical specimen.
Yeah.
He ain't no. How tall is he? Like 6'3", 6'4"?
Nah, I think he might be shorter than that.
Shorter? Oh, like 6'1", 6'2". I don't know. Whatever. But he's fast, strong.
And they said during the offseason he got since Nick Saban after Nick Saban announced he's retiring, he got himself his own quarterback coach to help him before they hired the new head coach. So he was really locked in. So yeah, it was a hell of a game though. Hell of a game.
Hold up. So what was they doing his freshman year? With the quarterback coaches, what were they doing with him then?
Bro, he got benched last year.
And my whole thing is though, he had to go hire his own quarterback coach. What were y'all doing? And you see what he's doing now. It's like, come on, Saban, man, you looking suspect.
Yeah.
And then you got the other quarterbacks that you got in the league.
Woo.
I'm just saying, man, looking kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah. Pedro wasn't here last week, so we got to get his thoughts on the Anthony Joshua getting knocked out last week against Dubois. Mr. Dubois.
Yeah, man, quick notes. I mean, basically, it's totally unexpected, man, even though that Joshua was the favorite, but here's some highlights. I mean, he got knocked down at least 4 times, I think. And, I don't know what it is about Joshua that he can't take a punch anymore, man.
He don't eat enough fufu or goat meat. That's his problem.
It's sad that a couple years ago,
he wobbly.
A couple years ago, we was talking about the big fight between him and Wilder, and we legit have witnessed the decline of both of them.
Right.
Fury as well, too.
Yeah. But at least Fury done put beat the brakes with people.
Yeah.
Has the belt, was holding on to it.
Yeah.
No, I mean him and Fury, Anthony.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's pretty much on.
Yeah. Figure out what you're gonna do next, buddy, or call it quits.
I mean, he's still gonna get a few other fights, but maybe not as big anymore. I mean, there were actually about 94,000 people in attendance that night.
Oh.
It was huge. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
And Dubois fought Usyk. I don't know if you guys remember. And that was kind of controversial too. So he's asking for a rematch.
Oh. Okay. Well.
And then of course, the next huge fight will be this one, which is there it is.
Bivol and Better Beeve.
The undisputed light heavyweight championship of the world. I don't know, man. I'm kind of rooting for Bivol. He beat Canelo.
Okay.
A couple of years ago. Better Viv, he's 20-20, 20 victories, 20 knockouts. Although he's 39 years old, Vivo's probably like his late 20s. So.
Yeah, one of them looks serious. The other looks like he be doing some extracurricular stuff.
Still here.
Todd got to dip out of here, so we're gonna go to these highlights. We're gonna go to these interviews. So check these out.
How many interviews you got?
I mean,
What time we got left?
got the coaches. All right, coach. Rainy game. Elements really took control of this game. Not much offense, but your team put 3 points up. Was all you needed. You know, how big was this win for you guys? Back-to-back wins, back-to-back close games. I mean, you guys played 3 close games in a row,
sir.
but you know, these last 2 weeks, you guys really been in dogfights.
Well, you know, I always shout out the team we compete against. You know, shout out to Saugus. It was a tough game out here. I'm really proud of my young men for the way they stepped up in the rain. We're very lucky, you know what I mean? We next man up, that's the new motto. I mean, it's not the new motto, it's the motto we have at Lynn Tech. But the biggest part about it is the poise that my quarterback had and the defense had during the game. I thought that Coach Taylor and Coach Mo put together a good plan for us, especially with the injuries. And, you know, I was really proud of them to come out, execute it, but also stand up to everybody out here on this football field. I mean, we versed the referees, we versed the teams, we versed the crowds. We've been road dogs all year, and I love the fact that these young men are working really hard to stay together as a team.
Defense forced 6 turnovers, as you said today.
Yes.
The biggest one coming here late, where, you know, they got a big game right here to get in your territory. And then right after that, your defense came up with the big plays. It seemed like even on the first possession, they were on the verge of scoring. Your defense came up with an interception right there too. You know how much of those guys just improved since week 1.
Well, you know, a lot of people have been asking me, you know, Coach, do you start underclassmen? And I'll say it right now on the camera, yes, we do. And that interception was made by a freshman, and I'm very proud of Esteban EJ. He made a great play on the football, and you know, we're working really hard to just make the guys that we have in our program better. And I'm very proud of the work that we do. We don't always do it the way everybody wants to do it, but the way we do it, it gets the job done. And I gotta say this to everybody, y'all did not believe in us. You better believe in us now. For real, Tigers all day.
All right, Coach, your guys fell down early, 14-0, but they did a good job responding. It seemed like after they settled down after that first turnover, the offense really got it going on the ground game.
Well, you really couldn't start a game much worse than we did, I think. The second play of the game, they score a 70-yard plus touchdown. Our first offensive play, we fumble and lose the football. And then, you know, they come back and they score again on another big play to make it 14-0 early in the game. And you worry, you know, as a coach, you know, how will my team respond? I thought we responded very well. Coming back to take the lead 15-14 at halftime and to come out and make the adjustments and keep ourselves poised and confident to come out in the second half and shut them out in the second half and put some more points on the board.
Defensively, what did you guys do to limit those big plays? You know, they took a couple shots. Your guys did a really good job staying home and recovering.
Well, the deep ball was very accurate on both of those passes. So all we did was loosen up a little bit more and give them a little bit more room, respect the deep ball a little bit more, make them throw underneath, which you saw them do a lot more in the second half with the underneath throws, and then come up and rally to the football. You know, when you're playing a team that has a quarterback like they have who can get rid of it and throw the ball accurately, and the receivers with the speed that they have, you have to make adjustments. And I think we underestimated that speed. You know, last year they had Coach Vaughn's son, who was phenomenal. They had the kid Naskey, who was phenomenal. You know, we thought maybe they took a step back this year with those two guys gone. They showed us very early that they rebounded very well with the personnel that they had. And we maybe took that for granted a little bit, but after we, you know, kind of absorbed that and said, hey, now we know what we're into, gave them a little bit more respect for the deep ball and played the underneath and rallied to the football and did a nice job of doing that.
All right, Coach, it seems like these first 3 weeks you guys, I mean, minus last week, but you guys have been in some dogfights. This one was legit a dogfight. Your defense came up with 3 big turnovers, and then they came up with 2 big stops when those guys were driving. How much can you say about those guys?
Defense played lights out tonight. I can't thank them enough because all week I've been preaching. I mean, Greater Lawrence had a great back, so all week I've been preaching it's going to be a physical game. They're going to give this guy 30, 40 carries. We got to show up in the run game, and hats off to everyone on defense, but my linebackers, Greg Ray and Ryan Owen, and Zamario Mostafi. Those guys really showed up tonight, and they played hard. And it's hard. A back like that dude's so elusive and physical and strong. It's not easy to tackle a dude like that, and I probably have 5 or 6 dudes that were over double-digit tackles. So to say that, it's awesome.
Offensively, you guys marched down the field the first drive. It seemed like Jaden looked real comfortable with that. They had some pressure on him, and he stayed in there, marched down, and then you guys got points when you needed to. Every time they scored, you guys answered. How much is your offense growing in these weeks?
Every week, it's kind of tough because we're breaking old habits, and every week, I mean, our guys show up to practice, work hard, and then they perform on Fridays. I mean, I can't really put it into words, but offensively, every week our guys show up, especially Jaden. He's been a big factor. He's a big kid. He can run a little bit, but he's got a big arm, and it's hard to cover our guys because we're so athletic on the perimeter. But yeah, our offense is definitely growing weekly, every week.
Definitely, and these are the types of games that test a team's character, a team's heart. You guys responded. Now you guys got to turn this around and move forward because you guys are looking at the bigger picture. But how does this help you guys get into that bigger picture that you guys want come late in the season?
Well, I mean, this was a dogfight. So I mean, if you even get to the postseason, every team you're gonna play, it's gonna be like that. Maybe even harder, probably harder, honestly. This was a big win for the program, but really for our guys because it was physical. Our guys could have tapped out once they started scoring touchdowns, but they stayed the course, and then we finished the game.
Congratulations on the win, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, this was a hard-fought victory for your guys. You guys were down, they were driving, and your defense came up with that huge stop to put you in position to be able to get that game-winning field goal. What did those guys do on that drive for them to get that key third down stop?
Well, first of all, hats off to Merrimack. They got a solid squad, good football team, and we knew it was going to be a huge challenge. And but our guys we told them, you got to find a way. You got to bow up. You got to put your foot in the ground, and we got to get a stop. And our defense did that, and our offense obviously fed off that. And we did a good job of working the ball down the field and putting Owen in a position to kick the game winner.
They marched down the field, scored that first touchdown, but you guys responded right away with the 75-yarder. What's kind of the difference in that second drive, that touchdown drive from the first drive when you guys went 3-0?
Well, you got to weather storms. You're gonna face situations where things aren't going your way. You just got to take a deep breath and be ready to go out there and forget about the last plays and go worry about the next one. And I thought our offense did a good job. We obviously found an opportunity there, and we took advantage of it.
How key are road wins like this for your team as you guys we're moving into October? The games are getting more important. How key is this for you?
They're huge. I mean, obviously this atmosphere, this was awesome. Homecoming, tons of people here. We knew it was going to be a hostile environment, but that you need games like that. And fortunately, luckily we were on top at the end there.
Congratulations on the win, Coach.
Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks.
Oh man, you got field goal to win that game. You knocked the 55-yarder you knocked the 50-yarder after missing the 55-yarder. I mean, what was going through your mind?
Just say this every interview, but I mean, do the same thing I do every time. Andy's going to get me the snap. Woods is going to get it down every time. Line's going to give me the good protection. Doesn't matter where you're on the field. If they trust me to kick it, I'm going to make it.
Any nerves down there on that last one, or was this
Nah, come on.
Routine?
It's just routine. I mean, you got some nerves naturally, but just got to compose yourself, kick it through the uprights.
Yeah, your defense really stepped it up to put you in that position.
Always.
That last stop, what can we say about that performance?
Yeah. Oh, defense did a hell of a job. I mean, they do every single day. I mean, practice day in and day out, games, they stop the offense. Couldn't do it without them, couldn't do it without the offense either.
All right, man, congratulations.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, fellas, this one was a defensive game. You guys scored 6 turnovers in this game. The first one, they was driving down the field. You guys got that turnover. How key was that to get that first interception when they looked like they was about to score?
That was really cool because, we've been practicing really hard for this, We have tons of freshmen starting. We have next man up. Everybody's trying hard. We're all doing good. We're all doing our assignments. We're all doing really good.
I would say, lineman with a pick, that changed the momentum of the game. You don't really see that out here, so I'm proud of my boy Eli for that pick. change the game over.
Yeah, their running back, he had a pretty good game. He was gaining yards, but how were you guys able to not let him get those big runs? He kept he was chipping away, but he never broke one. He broke one for 20, but that was pretty much it. How were you guys able just to contain those big runs? Because when a team runs like that, they're liable to break a big one.
We were following our coach's game plan. Coach Taylor, he set up a great game plan for Saugus, and we all gang tackled, and we all got to the ball. And we tried to strip it. We were all gang tackling. We were doing good.
How good does this feel? Because you guys, I guess, felt like you let one get away week 1, bounced back last week with a close one. Now you got another close one. You guys played 3 close games, and how's this team growing these first 2-3 weeks, especially following that Malden game when you guys felt like you gave that game away?
I feel like we've grown a lot. We've been through adversity, injuries, and everything. We've just been balling as a team, and all we could really do. And that's why we bounced back, practiced harder, hit each other. Just went through everything together.
How were you able to contain the quarterback too? It seemed like the running game was there, but you guys were able to put pressure on him when it came down to the passing game, which caused that interception that pretty much sealed the game for you guys.
I would say it was like during practice, Coach Runner and Coach Taylor were just on my back. Coach Brent also, they were just all on my back. That I was saying I have to get to the QB, and I executed.
All right, fellas, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, Luke, man, you guys fell behind early, 14-0 on 35 unanswered points. What kind of changed offensively for you guys?
I mean, offensively, we didn't change much. Just trying to go out there, do our thing, execute. What we had was working. We tried to make it happen. So.
First play you guys had that turnover, but after that, it seemed like you guys were more in sync and everything was working, especially in the ground game. Just talk about you guys, your rushing attack.
Oh, I mean, we've been playing it all week. We got some big boys up front. Why not use them? You know what I mean? And after that first play, it's not something we're looking forward to, but it's something we bounce back from, So get out there, get our run game going, and we have a good game like that.
You personally 4 touchdowns, 2 on the ground,
yes, sir.
2 in the air. I mean, it seemed like you found a little rhythm in the passing game.
Definitely.
After that first touchdown.
100%. I've always been like that, and it's not always the best thing. Things aren't going good. Sometimes it's not, finishing good, but games like this where it's going, you just gotta ride with it and keep going, and it works.
How good is it to get a non-league win like this? You guys had that setback in the service game, but how good is it to get this non-league win? You guys getting more into your league play like this?
Hey, that is very important for us. We said all week we lost against Swampscott, and we said, what, don't let that pull us down. We're going 7-1. We had what, 6 games left or whatever it was. Just win all the rest. A game like this, especially Link Classical, always a hard-fought team, and going 7-1. That's the goal.
Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate you.
All right, fella. This was a gutsy win for you guys. It was a close game throughout. Defense made some plays, but you guys offense kicked it off early. First drive, you guys drove right down the field. I mean, tell me about that first drive. What did you see?
The first drive, we all knew we had to come out super confident. I feel like that's exactly what we did. I hit Shane on a slant that got me going, and then hit him on the deep one, and after that it was just over.
Defense, you got that big play, the big pick 6. It looked like the ball batted the ball, and you just stuck with it. Walk me through that play.
Honestly, my coach told me stay outside. I did, and I got the ball. So it was honestly right place, right moment, right time.
The defense came up with some big stops too. They were marching down the field. You guys stopped them. They had the chance to try to take the lead a couple times, but you guys made some big stops. You guys knew what was coming, and you guys were able to stop it. Even though the dude had a big game, but you guys stopped him when it counted. Just talk to me what you guys told yourselves in those couple possessions.
Honestly, we had fresh legs, rotating in every drive, and yeah.
Jaden, offensively, last drive right there that really sealed it. You guys had a few good drives that got halted by penalties, but that last drive was pretty much to seal the game. I mean, what can you just say about this offense that you guys are going through in these couple of weeks?
I mean, we're always hard on each other at practice and film, before and after games. We're just hard on each other 24/7. And the chemistry we have is just unmatched. So our chemistry is just,
All right, fellas, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
It's time for the top 10 plays from week 4 of the high school football season. At number 10 is Lynn English quarterback Jaden Rosario, who throws it up for receiver Shane Knowlton, who catches it and brings the defender in the end zone for a Bulldogs touchdown. At number 9, it's Peabody quarterback Luke Maglione, who keeps it on the quarterback keeper, and he skedaddles for 45 yards into the end zone during the Tanners' win over Lynn Classical. At number 8, once again, it's Lynn English quarterback Jaden Rosario. This time he finds Limber Thomas III, who makes one cut, and he is well on his way to the end zone. The Bulldogs move to 3-1 on the season after their win over Greater Lawrence. At number 7, it's Lynn Classical quarterback Ryan Booth, who threw 2 touchdown passes against Peabody. Here's his second one to receiver Charles Washington, who was wide open, and he has nothing but daylight on his way to a 79-yard touchdown reception. At number 6, it's Catholic Memorial taking on Leominster. Running back Makai Dodd takes the carry. He makes a few cuts and he shows off the speed as he is well on his way to a 60-yard touchdown run and a Knights win. At number 5, it is Methuen running back Shane Eason on the halfback option. He finds Gage Silva and he is in the end zone during Methuen's win over Chelmsford. At number 4, it is Ryan Booth. We showed you his second touchdown of the game. Well, here's his first touchdown of the game. It's to receiver Jabin Pierre on a stop and go. Pierre just shows off his speed as he heads into the end zone on a 92-yard touchdown pass. At number 3, we go back to Leominster. This time it's Leominster linebacker Xavier Cora who picks up the fumble and he goes 50 yards in the end zone for the scoop and score. At number 2, it is Chelmsford defensive back Jake Brooks who picks off the Methuen pass at the 1-yard line and he is off to the races for a 99-yard pick 6 in what was a wild game in Chelmsford this past Friday. At number 1, it is Lynn English freshman defensive lineman Aiden Soto who bats the pass and he catches it in the air. He's off to the races, gets one good block, and he goes 47 yards to the house and the Bulldogs 30-19 win over Greater Lawrence. All right, we are back. Thursday, Lynn English travels to Revere. They're looking to go 4-1 on the season. Lynn Classical travels to Malden, trying to bounce back. Friday, St. Mary's is at home. They're taking on Cathedral. I think it's 6 p.m. kickoff. 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., I forget. And then Kip Academy is at home Saturday at noon. They'll be taking on Hull. So the city went 3-2 last week. Let's try to go 5-0 this week. Oh, lastly, this is how you know the WNBA is arriving, because the players were talking about them getting racist emails or people attacking them on social media, just getting racist remarks, and they're like, because they were up on the podium talking about we shouldn't be treated like this, and I was just like,
for the amount of money you're asking to get paid, that's how they're going to treat you.
I was like, well, this is how you know the league is arriving, because these NBA guys, they could show you the amount of DMs, and even NBA sports writers, they could show you the amount of racist DMs they get per week from people. So
are they emotionally prepared?
No. So
you can't be asking for all this when you know the attention gets tougher, the critics get rougher.
Yeah. Right. I don't think all of them are emotionally prepared for it.
The more you get paid, the less people care.
Yeah, and the more the league gets popular, you're gonna
more haters you will develop.
So look at it as a good thing. But we gotta get out of here. Happy birthday to my little guy Caleb today. He's a lucky 7. Yesterday was my cousin's birthdays and my little brother's birthday too. So yeah, my dad got a flock of kids. So anytime I see a birthday,
Waka Flocka.
Yeah, I'll catch us next week. We're out of here. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.